Hey guys, Wild Bill here again with this Ram 2500 stock exhaust Nightmare. Just giving you an update. On the previous video, I showed you I started running that DPF fuel additive cleaner, and it kind of worked for the most part. Seemed like things were getting better, and then I got to where I was doing a lot of in-town driving, and even though I was running that stuff pretty high concentrate every other tank, it didn't keep it from eventually gumming itself completely up. Now, to the credit of the DPF cleaner fuel additive, I think that stuff works. You just need to do it a little bit early on. Again, for those just catching up, this is a 2014 6.7 Cummins with 130,000 miles. I probably started doing that at 125. It never really ran much fuel additive prior to that, so maybe if you catch it sooner, it won't be as gummed up as mine. But eventually mine left me somewhat stranded. It had gotten so bad, it was starting to cycle and run, 10 miles an hour. But I could usually pull over and cycle the ignition, and some EGR valve would open up enough for the motor to breathe and get me on down the road. But eventually it wouldn't breathe at all. So bad, I'll show you here in just a second, where it was actually blowing out some of the valves and flanges of the EGR inside the motor bay. But I'm going to give you a tip to put some tools in your truck if you experience this occasionally, so you don't get left stranded. Now, let me show you. So here's the stock EGR crap, but when it was choking itself out, or that DPF filter getting clogged, it's actually blowing exhaust out of these valves. You can actually see some of it on this banjo here, where it's even blowing up out. I mean, obviously that's a fluid line, but whatever reason, I got exhaust all over that banjo. I got it coming out of the EGR valve itself over here. I'm scared to think what it's been feeding back to my engine, but I mean, it's just got exhaust. You could literally see the residue all up around this EGR cooler, which is probably nasty. Anyway, it eventually left me a little bit stranded, but I got it back to my house. I wasn't too far away, and how I fixed it, and this is how you can at least put together a little care package on your truck so you don't get stranded, is I think the bolts on the DPF flange from the turbo back that connects to the DPF filter are 5/8. All I had was a 16 millimeter at the time, but I was able to loosen up the DPF from the turbo back cat, the downpipe, and give it and just loosen up that whole thing so the exhaust could leak. And that was enough to make it a grocery getter for the time being. Literally got down there, opened up that flange, and kind of pried them apart, and it blew a bunch of crap out. But it gives it enough for the engine to breathe until you get time to do the major surgery. I'm going to, in a follow-up video on this, is part 3, I guess you could say, this being part 2, is I'm going to do a 5-inch turbo back exhaust, just straight pipe. I'm not even going to run the downpipe cat. I'm just going to run it turbo back 5-inch. And then, of course, I'm going to delete all this EGR nonsense, the DPF filter. I got to get the computer as well. So I'll put that in a later video. But just an FYI, throw some penetrating lube and a 16 mil or 5/8 wrench in your cab. So if it does stop you in its tracks like it did me, at least you can get under there. And the bolts really weren't that tight, to be honest with you. I mean, they weren't on there with red Loctite or anything. So I think you'll be in good shape if you throw that in your cab, just in case you're not out in the middle of nowhere. And you can release that DPF, or create a leak on that DPF in front of that DPF so it can breathe. Anyway, more to come. I'm going to do a cold air intake, and then I'm going to do the new intake horn as well. So that's coming, but bear with me. But just more of this bullshit exhaust crap. Again, this is a Ram 2500 6.7 Cummins with 130,000, and here I'm dealing with this shit. Anyways, talk to you soon. Peace.